and welcome to MDiTV, brought to you by Pauley Creative. Today we'll be focusing on blogging best practice, a subject that was given to us by Helen Johnson from Competitive Advantage via our LinkedIn group, My Digital Insiders. If you've got any questions that you'd like us to cover in any future episodes, join the LinkedIn group, let us know, or tweet us at Pauley Creative with your subjects and topics. Right, okay, so corporate blogs. First question is why? Why do you need a corporate blog? It might be that you're already producing articles which are being used on other websites or other organisations, but you want to bring those articles onto your own website. So you'll start a blog and you'll start producing good, authoritative, unique, fresh, engaging content. So establishing yourselves as thought leaders within your industry or sector. Particularly for yourself, Helen, you may want to produce more regular updates on industry stats or training or particular areas that are specific to your audience, your prospects and your customers. For product manufacturers, for example, you might want to establish yourselves as technical experts. So a blog may be used as a way of communicating to architects, structural engineers, design engineers, geotechnical engineers, or wherever it may be, and focusing more on the technicalities of the product or structural performance of a product, and talking about various aspects and the way design and standards have changed and regulations have changed. So it may be more of a platform to create discussions. And a blog will help with your visibility online, help you drive traffic and increase conversions on your website. So focusing on the goals of your website, it may be to have downloads or requests or purchase of white papers or previous reports that you might have available for visitors to your website to buy. So a blog may be the vehicle that drives traffic through to your website, which can then in turn increase conversions that happen on your website. Deciding on a platform is key as well. We often get asked, should I use a Blogger, Tumblr, Posterous, or should I opt for WordPress, the free version or the self-hosted version? My personal advice is to choose, especially for a corporate blog, WordPress, a self-hosted version. Get yourself a domain. It might be your company name, -blog, or it might be hosted on a subdomain of your existing domain. But we can focus on these sort of issues on another episode of MDiTV. But if you're thinking about a corporate blog, it's a bit risky choosing a free platform because you're limited on customization. You want your blog to look very similar, if not the same, as your main website. So visitors who come to your website and then go to your blog, you don't want them to think that they've come to a different place. You want to make sure there's that consistency as they go throughout that journey. Most importantly, think about your content strategy. What content are you going to provide on your blog? And build yourself an editorial calendar, minimum 6 months, so at least you've got some sort of structure. What type of content you're going to be putting out there and when, and it allows you to research and plan beforehand and make sure you get a good level of information before you publish it. Tone of voice. What sort of tone of voice is this blog going to have? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to reflect the brand in general? Is it going to be authoritative? So think about the tone of voice that you're going to put across when you're putting out your blog posts. Remember SEO as well. Thinking about which keywords you're going to have referenced in your blog posts. Not overdoing it from an SEO point of view. It's still got to be engaging and readable for the visitor, but just bear in mind that optimization. You want your blog posts to be found in Google for various search terms. How are you going to manage this blog? Is it going to be a team effort? Is it going to be just one person that's managing, curating, researching, and thinking about frequency as well? So if it's just one person looking after a blog, it may be that you can only handle one blog post per month, in which case it may take you longer to get any rewards from traffic, from visibility. So thinking about a team effort, you may want to get other members of other departments involved and provide content, provide ideas and research various different places on the internet to gather some good sources of information. Authors, again, when you're publishing blog posts, make sure you've got a designated author or a team of authors who are recognised within the industry. And make sure at the bottom of every post the author of that post is clearly shown with a profile photo, a bit of a brief bio. And that helps engage visitors. It says, okay, well, we put a face to that post, we'll now ask a question. It entices that discussion, which is what a blog is all about. Integration into PR, integration with social. So if you're already on Twitter, Facebook, how are you going to use your blog to create conversations which you can then take to Twitter or Facebook? And alternatively, how can you use conversations that are happening on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn to fuel content to your blog posts? Pauley Creative, we often monitor discussions on LinkedIn, look at what kind of questions people are asking, and then that will be the driver, that will be the fuel to for us to publish blog posts. Finally, kind of measure. Most importantly, setting your objectives and looking at what you're going to be measuring. So if it's, thought leadership and you want to build brand awareness and become experts in the market, monitor traffic levels from your brand name, for example, over a long period of time. In a previous MDiTV episode, we focused on the difference between non-brand keywords and brand keywords. So do check that video out. Shares, comments, subscribers and conversions. Going back to here, look at your downloads. Is there an increase in requests or product sample requests or purchases of white papers since you started your blog? Which posts are driving more traffic? Which posts are ranked highly in Google? Which ones have been shared on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter the most? So write more of that type of content. So there's lots you can measure, but it's picking out the key metrics that are going to help you understand whether your blog is actually working for you or not. You'll come across a point where you've run out of things to write about. You what's called the writer's block. And a key tip from me is to use search to develop content. What are people using in Google, search terms wise, to find certain bits of content? So look at your keywords, look at the content on your blog. What people are searching for is the answer on your blog. If not, create some content that answers their questions. I wrote a recent blog post on how you can do this using Google Analytics, so check that out on our blog as well. It's primarily using analytics to understand what people are searching for and then developing and curating content for your blog. And remember that blog content isn't just text-based. You can use videos, you can use animations, you can use a variety of different ways of creating content for a blog. It doesn't have to always be text-based. So hopefully that gives you some foundation if you're starting a corporate blog or thinking about starting a corporate blog. Remember that a blog is there in 12 months time, in 18 months time, so once you've started it's just the beginning. If you've got any further questions, then please do drop us a line on our website or on Twitter or on LinkedIn. But until next week, where we'll probably be focusing more about how to create content, what type of content is required on a blog. So join us next week on MDiTV. See you.